Hi everyone, and welcome to my first lesson or my first video in the channel about homeschooling. If you're a homeschooling newbie feeling stressed out about this decision you probably never thought you'd be making for your student, let me help you relieve some stress. I am an elementary school teacher with tips and tricks for your homeschool. Before we get started, I just want to let you know there is a difference between at-home virtual instruction that will be provided by your school based on New Jersey's state law right now and homeschooling. Now, virtual instruction provided by your school, in this situation, your schools by now or within the next couple of days, I'm sure, have released plans about what they're going to do about their instruction. A lot of schools in New Jersey, based on the governor's order, are being asked to provide some kind of in-person instruction, but they've also been asked, as of very recently by the governor, also provide virtual instruction. So that would take place at home, of course, but it's not homeschooling. So let me just go over the difference. Virtual instruction, in the case of the one that is provided by your school, would be provided by a teacher via Zoom or the like. The district is providing the curriculum, the lessons, different resources for your students. You should be helping facilitate, but ideally you are absolutely not planning the lessons or carrying out the instruction. If you want to participate in this option of learning for your student, you probably just have to send a simple email or letter. Now, your school, I'm sure, has sent out some kind of correspondence about how you can go about letting them know you're choosing virtual instruction. Whether you've gotten it yet, I'm sure you will get it within the next week or so. Homeschooling is totally different, but it's just as wonderful of an option. This is in-person instruction provided by you or a homeschool teacher that you hire. I'm going to go into that option in more detail in another video. You're going to pick the curriculum. You're going to provide the necessary learning materials for your students. You're instructing your student based on the curriculum you have chosen, and it involves formally unenrolling your student from school. So just to be clear, you're no longer going to get the resources of a teacher or a district's curriculum or their scope and sequence for their different units of study and such. This is going to be you providing the education for your child. Now, if you made the decision to homeschool, go you. You are awesome, and I believe in you. You can absolutely do this. You don't have to panic, and you don't have to get fancy. All you have to do is just stick to the basics and grow as you go, okay? So there's 5 things. Number 1, you need to formally withdraw your student from school. That involves notifying your local superintendent and probably your principal as well. You need to really just reach out to your principal first, is what I'd recommend, and get the steps from them of what you need to do. You probably also have to notify the state as well that you've chosen homeschooling, but again, you can get all that information from your school district. You're going to choose a curriculum, gather materials that you need, and have fun learning. Enjoy the process. So choosing a curriculum feels overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You're not creating lessons yourself. There are many homeschool curriculum options and resources out there. Just literally type in homeschooling curriculum and you'll find a whole list. You're going to read carefully through them and pick the programs that seem right for you and your student. Remember, you know your student and their learning style best. I'm going to make a whole bonus video for my recommendations about how to choose a curriculum and even some curriculums or curricula that I feel I would recommend. Then you're going to set up a dedicated learning space for your student. Doesn't have to be overly expensive or fancy, just a place that's conducive to learning. Then you're going to gather and purchase materials. I will put links below this video for my suggestions. I'm starting with 1st to 3rd, but hopefully I'll expand into 4th and 5th and kindergarten as well. Then you just get started. Breathe and trust yourself. You can do this. Please subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be adding many more supportive videos. My goal is really just to help you not feel so overwhelmed about this process. Parents, this is probably uncharted territory for you, and I understand that. I just want to help you the best that I can with the knowledge that I've gained over 8 years of teaching. And I really hope that you join me for the following videos. Thank you so much.